What's up, guys? Your boy Chris Platoon of channel. Tell me more. The haven for early 2000s kids and a few 90s babies. Thank you guys for watching, subbing. Oof, it has to happen. Commenting and all that good stuff. So today we're going to be talking about Lab Rats. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the episode, season 3, episode 9 or 8 or 10, one of the three. It's called 3 minus Bree. And let's get into this. It starts off with the kids at school. Bree pulls up talking about this foreign exchange program thing she wants to do to go to Australia. Chase does this wet blanket stuff. He's like, oh, I heard you burst your bubble. And Leo's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. So that happens. She tells him that she wants to go travel, make new friends, see other places. What's his name? Adam's like, oh, we're going to Australia. She's like, no, just me. Then Leo's like, okay, well, in that case, the only way you can do it, because, it's across the world. How can she do missions if she's in Australia? Is you have to be able to teleport, or someone has to be able to teleport. Someone needs to unlock that ability. Adam does the impression of teleporting, which is basically him taking a dump and grunting and stuff. They play a prank on him and said, oh no, you need to do more grunting, then maybe it will work. And he tries that, and they go to his other side, and he's like, hey, I did it. Then the theme hits, that goes on. First scene, you have Mr. Davenport pulling up, talking to, he's like, Bree, do you have something to tell me? But Adam stands up, he's like, hold on. Look, we all like you, but Tasha could have done better. I'm like, yo, these guys are fucked up. But then Mr. Davenport and Bree, they talk about the fact that, she wants to go study abroad, but he's like, no, yeah, you have the missions, you have training, you have your capsule. Yeah, you have all these things. You can't just pack up and leave. What if your brothers pack up and leave? And she's like, then I wouldn't have to go to Australia. He's like, nah, you gotta stay here. So she gets pouty about that. What's his name? Adam tries to teleport her again, but she rips her hand off of his hand. Goes to the basement. You have Leo working on a capsule called the Neuralink, which uses software from Eddie's software. So it's based on Eddie's software to essentially make a pill that goes and tells the diagnosis of a person. So you take the pill. Well, it's a capsule, I think. But you take the pill. If you have cancer or whatever, it tells us if you have this or that or whatever it is. It tells us, and that's the pill. But yeah, he's repurposing it. One of Big D's old ideas and stuff. Eddie calls him. Eddie says he's gonna fail with this idea. He's like, oh, so now you're failing with his ideas. Then he's like, oh, we know you're good at one thing, stealing. Then he hits him with the final nail in the coffin. Oh, who needs a doctor when you have a 16-year-old crackpot with a magic pill? I was like, well, Eddie's brutal. And at the time, his name, Leo's mom pulls up downstairs. She has a cold or something. She's sick. And he's like, huh, you still have a cold? You still sick, mom? She's like, yeah, I feel terrible. He's like, terrific or good. Something stupid. A boy's smiling. Then he tells his mom, he's like, okay, look, mom, I have this pill here that's going to go into your body and do stuff and figure out what's wrong with you. This could be a cold. It could be worse. Who knows? She's like, no, I don't know. I don't want to be a guinea pig. And he's like, well, you're a different type of pig. So that happens. Then you have Leo basically guilt trips her. He's like, look, mom. He was like, mom, I knew you didn't believe in me. She's like, thank you for understanding. Even his own mama don't believe in him. But he's like, mom. She's like, fine. Then she takes the pill. And then he tells her about the side effects. It could be headaches, hair loss, nausea. Then he gives her a giant stack of papers. He's like, look, it'll be way easier for you if you just read this. Next scene, Bree just she comes back from going somewhere, hanging out with Caitlin or something. She's excited. She's like, hey guys, guess who got invited to the Pack Inferno concert? I think Adam says Brandon Delaney, but I don't know who that is. But yeah, Adam says that. She's like, no, me. Then Chase is like, who invited you? She's like, Caitlin. Apparently her boyfriend dumped her. Isn't that great? I'm like, oh, no, you're such a horrible friend. Chase is like weird, but Mr. Davenport, who I think is in the kitchen, pulls up. He's like, no, sorry, B, but you can't go. She's like, what? Why? He's like, today we have I have to eject your chips from your spines and do a critical performance enhancement. Oh no, performance something. He just basically has to performance. I can't remember, but something about performance, critical perform. Oh, modification, performance modification. He has to do that. And she's like, "What? But why can't we do it tomorrow?" He's like, "Well, I got a product launching tomorrow, product something tomorrow." So I can't be here doing stuff tomorrow. Which, look, he could have just pushed it back 2 days. I don't know why he didn't just do that. But this leads to what happens in the future. And he's like, no, we were not talking about this. End of discussion, walks away. She's like, oh, this being bionic is ruining my life. I can't go to the concert. I can't go to Australia. I can't do anything. Then this boy, Adam was like, you could go get me some juice. Well, I was sitting on the couch. I'm like, my boy, casual sexism out here. It's hilarious. Well, I'm not saying it's hilarious, but it was hilarious. I'm like, my boy, you need to chill. But she's like, no, I don't care what Mr. Davenport says. I'm going to the concert. And she storms off, closes the door. Chase is like, Bree, where are you going? But she is already gone. Then he says, Adam, I can't believe Bree just did that. Adam's like, what I can't believe is that Caitlyn had a boyfriend. You know, the roast Caitlyn a little bit. Now, switching to the next scene, you have Leo and his mom chilling. He's like, okay, I think the pill, it's been a couple of hours, so the pill has gone through your body, and I should be able to get the diagnosis of what's wrong with you. While Eddie, this dude Eddie, was like, no, that seems like too much work. Maybe you should just put her down. And she throws like one of her Kleenex papers at him and stuff. So he's like, okay, I'm going to activate the program. And now he activates it. Eddie's screen turns black while Tasha goes to sleep. Then he's like, what's wrong? I'm not getting anything. Then Eddie from Tasha's body is like, what a surprise. It didn't work or something like that. And he's like, and she's like, well, Eddie's like, what's happening? He's like, why do I have arms? By the way, Eddie's now in Tasha's body. What? Then he picks up a tray. He's like, what have you done to me? I'm hideous. Oh, you're roasting Tasha? Wow. Leo's freaking is like, no. What's wrong? No. Then he explains that essentially when he was copying the Eddie's program from the mainframe, he accidentally downloaded Eddie into the pill and gave it to his mom. And now Eddie, he's stuck in her body. After Eddie's like, what are you talking about? Then Eddie's like, no, she even cries ugly. So that happens. The next scene is downstairs in the basement. You have Adam and Chase already waiting for Mr. Davenport. He pulls up. He's like, what? Where's Bree? Chase is like, while Adam is like, she's at the concert. Oh, dang it. He's good. Just literally just snitches. Dang it. He's good. I'm like, bruh, this guy. But Mr. Davenport is obviously pissed. Next scene, he brings Bree back home. He's like, I can't believe you went to the concert after I told you specifically not to. Then she's like, I can't believe you jumped on stage and asked all the band members to sign your t-shirt. He's like, I did not. Then he shows his bag like, I got all of them, didn't I? I was like, bro, this guy is so self-obsessed sometimes. I don't know what those voices are, but they're walking by and they interrupt my video. And I'm at 8 minutes. Let me keep going. Let me speed this up. I don't want this to be too long. But yeah, you have him and Bree arguing with each other about, her leaving for the concert. She's like, guys, thanks for ratting me out, guys. While Adam was like, you have no idea what he put us through. Then he's like, I just asked you where's Bree. He's like, she's at the concert. Dang it, he did it again. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So he's like, getting a capsule so I can extract your chip to do this performance modification. She's like, fine. She's like, then he's like, oh, you can't just do anything you want whenever you want. He's like, yeah, you've made it very clear to me. My life is not my own. So now he's looking at the chip and stuff. She's like, why can't I just do things? Why can't I just do things for myself? Like, essentially, just because I'm part of a team, does that mean that I don't have a life? Then he looks at her. He's like, yeah, of course. I'm like, my boy, you're literally pushing her to do what she's about to do. So he goes on to the other keyboard to go do some stuff. Why she's like, if being bionic is stopping me, or something like, if being bionic is taking my life or something, or stop preventing me from living my life, then I don't want to be bionic anymore. Then she lifts like a paperweight, smashes the ship into multiple pieces. I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Give me them powers, Bree. What are you doing? I want super speed. Like, oh, as a kid, I was pissed at her when she did this. But yeah, the guys tried to stop her, but no, she just like smash, smash, smash. I'm like, Hulk, relax. But yeah, it fades to commercial, comes back on. Everyone's quiet. Then, what's his name? Mr. Davenport is like, what did you do? At this point, Adam was like, well, he's like, I know what she did. Then he's like, how could you do this? Then he's like, well, she picked that. Then Adam was like, well, she picked that. He's like, I got it. Oh, bro, this dude Adam, bro. Spencer Baldwin, which is an actor for Adam, his comedic timing is hilarious. But yeah, he's like, Mr. Davenport is then like, he's like, help me gather your ship so I can salvage it. While she's like, no. Then the boys are like, ooh. then he's like, what? Well, actually, no. This was before she said no. But at first, he's like, help me salvage the ship so I could. Oh, you just made the biggest mistake. They're like, ooh, or. You don't know what you did. That's it. He's like, you don't know what you've done. He's like, I know exactly what I did. They're like, ooh. Then he's like, if you know what you did, then you know you've made the biggest mistake of your life. Then they're like, ooh. You know how it is when your sibling gets in trouble, they're talking back. You're like, ooh, you talking that shit back? Oh, bro, you crazy mother fluffer. But he's like, help me pick up the pieces so I can salvage your chip. And she's like, no. They're like, ooh. Then he tells the other guys, he's like, okay, Adam and Chase, please leave. I need to speak with Bree. Then she's like, no, stay. There's nothing to talk about. I'm done. Dan is like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Not Adam. Chase is like, I'll go talk to her. He's like, no, she don't want to be part of the team. She can F off of my business. He doesn't say that, but she can basically F off. Yeah, next scene. You have Leo trying to figure out a solution, but he can't find one. And Eddie's like, I'm shocked. Because he's like, Eddie, I can't find a solution. He's like, I'm shocked. Eddie comes out dresses Tasha like a crazy person. Messed up makeup, weird clothes, mismatching shoes. He's like, what did you do? He's like, being human is awesome. Now that I'm human, I can ruin Tasha's life, and I can also Noogie's, what's his name? He niggas, what's his name? Leo. Leo's like, just get off. At that time, Adam comes up from the lab, and Leo tries to act normal. He's like, oh, hey, Adam, how is everything going? How's your day? The Adam's like, well, my word of the day calendar says elaborate, so I'm elaborate. Oh, what an airhead. But he then sees Adam, obviously. He sees Tasha basically being weird. And she carries, I think, Thousand Island dressing or something like that. Ranch dressing or some type of dressing. And Leo's like, Mom, Thousand Island dressing makes you sick. He's like, violently gobbles it up in his face. This is Eddie in Tasha's body, by the way. Gobbles up in his face. He's like, what? Then starts throwing up. What? And by the way, Adam was like, Tasha, you look good. He said that too. But then, after she starts throwing up, he's like, Leo, what's going on? Then Leo's like, I made a pill and gave it to my mom, and now Eddie's in her body. Then he's like, this is Adam, by the way. He's like, that happens. It happens. I'm like, no, it doesn't, but okay. But yeah, Leo then tells, what's his name? Adam, hey, can you watch my mom real quick? I'm going to go downstairs to go figure out a way to get Eddie out of her body. So he goes down while Eddie's looking at him. Not Eddie. What's his name? Adam's looking at him. Adam's like, what's his name? Eddie's like, okay, I'm gonna leave. So Adam's like, no. Leo said I should have you stay here. He's like, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. They're like, okay, he's in the lab right now. Why don't you go downstairs and ask him, and I'll wait right here. They're like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. He's walking away. Eddie's like, do you want anything from the mall? He's like, no, I'm good. And walks away. I'm like, this guy's an idiot. But downstairs, Leo's doing his thing. he's trying to fix something. I don't know if he's trying to fix the ship, but he's trying to fix something. What's her name? Bree calms down. She's like, "Be normal is awesome. You can't believe the day I've had." And she's trying to talk to Leo. Leo's like, can I get a rain check on caring? My boy doesn't give a fuck. He's like, whatever you know, don't concern me. But she's like, I was supposed to meet Caitlin at something early, but I was 10 minutes late. She's not talking to me. This is so cool. That she looks at Leo. Leo's like, it's a little early to catch in that rain check. My boy just doesn't give a shit about whatever's happening in the main plot. But as they just finished talking, Spencer, that's his real name. But Adam comes down. He's like, "Hey Leo, did you actually leave your make your mom stay, or should I let her go? Or does your mom need to stay here or leave?" He's like, "Keep her here." Yeah, that's it. Did you actually keep your mom here or let her leave? He's like, "Keep her here." And he rushes off to go get her. Then a mission alert happens. A 5-something alarm, but it's a chemical plant fire. Basically, a chemical plant fire happens. Mr. Davenport and Chase pull up and tell Adam and Bree. Bree wants to go, but he's like, no. By the way, they roast Mr. Davenport about his outfit, about putting on a jacket. They're like, oh, the fire's already a tragedy. We don't need to make it worse. But she tries to go, but he's like, no, you can't go. You're not in the team anymore. So they head off to go do the thing. Bree's a little worried, obviously. Switching back, you have Leo on his phone. He's like, Eddie, pick up. Then Eddie finally comes through the front door. He's like, I've had the most fun day or something day ever. Then he's like, where'd you go? What'd you do? He's like, well, let's just say Tasha isn't allowed at the mall. She's not allowed at the park. She's not allowed at the zoo. He's like, the zoo? She's like, let's just say you're not allowed to kick a lion when it's sleeping. She's gonna feel that tomorrow. I'm like, hey, yo. This dude Eddie's a psycho, bro. But yeah, what's his name? Leo's like, okay, look, I gotta get you upstairs. To hide you so I can find a way to get the capsule out. But he's trying to ruin her life more. He's like, no, I gotta ruin her life more. That's how that scene ends. I'm pretty sure I'm not forgetting anything. But yeah, next scene is back in the basement. Bree's pacing back and forth, trying to wait for her brothers to pull up. But they've taken a long time. They're not here. But they finally come. Mr. Davenport first comes in. She's like, oh, thank God you guys are safe. I was so worried. Then she was like, okay, so she says where are the guys and why were you guys late? Then they're like, no, we just had to do some stuff. It took a while to do it. Then she's like, oh, maybe Adam tried to teleport or something, or try to do the whole pooping while teleporting thing. Then with a straight face, Donald's like, no, Adam was quite helpful and stuff. Then he leaves. Then I want to say the two guys walk in and she goes to go talk to them about it. She first like, how was the mission? Adam's like, well, I was thinking about having my next birthday party at a chemical plant, but now I just don't know. She asks for more details while Chase is like, well, we saved everyone, but me and Adam almost didn't make it and stuff. Then she's like, well, I'm sure it still would have been harder even if I had my powers and I was there. Then he was like, no, if you were there, you could have used your super speed to create a wind funnel or vortex to suck away the smoke and stuff. And he's like, congratulations, Bree. I hope you're happy not being bionic. And she got sad. They walk away from her. And that's how that scene ends. Upstairs, Leo's fighting with his mom in Tasha's body. He's like, hey, because this dude is like, I'm going to use a clipper Eddie in his mom's body. Going to use a clipper and do a reverse mohawk. And Leo's trying to fight the clipper off of her hand. That's when Donnie pulls up. Donald Davenport pulls up. Davenport is like, okay. Oh, you can't believe the day I've had. But then he sees Tasha looking like a mess. He's like, but yours seems worse. And what's his name? Leo's like, yeah, it is. Now let's go. He tries to run away with Tasha, but then that's when Donnie wants to get a good night kiss. He's like, hey, can I at least get a good night kiss from my wife? But then Eddie's like, get away from me, Pee-wee. Then Donnie's like, what? Looks at Leo's like, is that Eddie's voice? Leo's like, no. Eddie's like, yes. Yeah. This dude, Eddie don't give a fuck, bro. But Eddie's like, yeah. While Donald was like, Leo, what did you do? He's like, I accidentally gave my mom a pill with Eddie in it, and now he's in her body. And it's like, you gotta fix this. But before that, Eddie face plants. He jumps and face plants himself. Then he tries to go jump off the roof. So Donald and Leo has to stop him. Switching back to the basement, you have. Before this is before the basement. Switching back to the same scene. Apparently, Davenport has a nasal remover, nasal suction or something. Which is it's basically a vacuum cleaner, a small one, and a gas mask attached to each other, and that's what he's gonna use to suck it out of her mouth. That sounds gross. Yeah, that sounds very gross. It wasn't as gross, but it's pretty gross. But yeah, they essentially turn it off and they suction the thing out of it. At first, Leo asks, "Oh, why do you have that?" He's like, "Why does Adam keep shoving stuff up his nose?" I think it's a nasal remover, but whatever. They take out the pill. Tasha's like, "What happened? Who did it?" Then she goes in her hood and pulls a piece of meat. She's like, "And why is there raw meat in my hood?" Wasn't there Davenport and Leo are out here like blaming each other, like he did it. But then Eddie's like, "You should, if you think that's bad, you should see what's in your purse." She's like, flipping out. The next scene, downstairs at the lab, Adam and Chase are playing with the keyboards again while Bree pulls up. She's like, "Oh, guys, look, I'm sorry. I was being selfish when I said I didn't want my bionics. I didn't know it would put you guys in danger and stuff like that. So, I want to be part of the team again. I want in. Please let me back in." Adam does as well. At first, Chase is like, okay, you can come back in. But Adam's like, "Well, no. You should have said that to us before, blah, blah, blah." Some stupid shit. He's like, yada, yada, family. He basically was being sarcastic for Adam. Mr. Davenport pulls up and she walks up to him. She's like, "Hey, Mr. Davenport, I want to be part of the team again." He's like, "Oh, well, that's good and all, but you can't." Then Chase is like, "What? Why can't she? She says she wants to join again." He's like, "Well, you smashed your ship. Like the ship is destroyed." Then they're like, aren't you gonna just make another one?" He's like, "My brother made that, and that was like what, 19 years ago or so. Like, I can't make that stuff again." He didn't say it like that, but that's essentially what he was saying. He was like, "I don't know if you might become bionic again." So she gets her normal taste of freedom. So good for her. While oh wow, this is so dumb. The ending scene is Eddie embarrassing Leo's mom even more. At first she's like smoothing things over. She's calling everyone. She's like, "I apologize to you, your mom, your dog, your dad." Apologizing to a bunch of people that Eddie went and did crazy stuff with. And then Leo's like, "So grandpa, back together?" She's like, "What?" Eddie turns on the news because Tasha's a reporter. He's like, "Oh, did you guys check out the news last night?" They look at the news. It's Tasha as Eddie saying, "I'm coming to you from downtown, and I have this breaking news or an accident or something like that." And he points at his face. Then my boy, after Tasha is freaking out, trying to go break it with her too, my boy says, "We have a special interview with my butt." And he puts the mic on his butt. He's like, do. "I'm Tasha's butt, blah, blah, blah," some stupid. Then he's like, "What a big story." I'm not explaining it properly, but it's goofy. It's goofy. But yeah, the episode ends like that. And what I want to say about this episode, I wish like this thing they did with the whole Bree smashing her ship and being normal, I wish they did more, maybe 2 or 3 episodes more. But next episode was just back to the status quo. Well, with Douglas added into it, but I'll talk about the episode another day. This episode was hilarious. I will say I feel for Bree, like not with the whole Australia thing. That's stupid. Like, you're not going to no Australia, but the whole concert thing. I'm like, my God, just postpone it for like a day or two. Like, what, are they gonna explode a glitch or something? Because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna glitch. So just postpone it to like 2 days after your sales pitch, whatever Fudgy was doing. But you know, Davenport essentially egged her on, especially when she was like, so does being bionic mean I don't have a life? Then he's like, yeah, or being part of a team means I don't have a life. She's like, yeah. I was like, oh no, bro, you're stupid for saying that to her. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Thanks for the support, the likes, the sub, the comments. And this has been Chris Platoon of Channel Tell Me More, the Haven for early 2000s kids and a few 90s babies. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.